Hey. So today, well, I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted to see, and you were like, full face new products, like so many of you. So I was like, all right, I guess that's what we're doing. So it's going to be a full face of new products. Basically full face, not like 100%, but we got enough products here to do like basically a whole look. So I'm gonna start off by priming my face. I did just get out of the I got out of the moisturizer. I got out of the shower like a few minutes ago, so I'm like well hydrated, but I want to put on sunscreen because I'm probably gonna like take some fire, like direct sunlight pics after this, you know what I mean? So a bunch of you guys, when I made a video about SPF, recommended the Ulta MD skincare SPF. This is the clear one. They do have a tinted one. It's SPF 46. So I actually did try, so this is not a brand new product, but it's new to me. So there's only two other products that are new to me but aren't like brand new. The rest of everything else is brand new. At first, when I tried this for the first time yesterday, and I was like, wow, these dicks played me, because it goes on so dewy. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm just gonna look like an oil slick all day. But then it like takes a second to really sink into the skin. Also, it smells like mascarpone. Is mascarpone the one that smells like almond? Anyway, it goes on like kind of whitish, but it works its way into the skin, and I don't think it leaves like that much of a cast. I wore it yesterday with no makeup, and I thought it looked pretty good. I did get some ear piercings, just if you're like, holy shit. All the hoops, with the exception of the daith, like this and this, those are all ear cuffs though. The other ones are piercings. I mean, I think it looks nice here, but yesterday when I put it on, I was just like, okay, that's kind of a lot. But so that was actually a recommendation from you guys that I approve of. All right, so I did a little color correcting under my eyes. So today we are going to be trying out the Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation, which is, I have never really tried Tom Ford makeup, and I've always wondered what's up with it. I don't know, shit looks pretty. So I thought that we would try it. This is number 1.1 Warm Sand. I'm just gonna put a little on the sponge. The only thing is that, like, you know what, that happens. It drips out like that, you know? I did have like a luminizer or something that was in the same packaging, and the top broke eventually, and I was so pissed. So we'll see if that happens with this guy. I think the color is pretty good. It might be like a tiny bit light, but I would always rather that than have it be too dark though. So soft matte makes me feel like it should look like almost velvety, but not too full coverage. Basically just gonna like build it up in sections of my face using like little bits at a time. Looks very natural. It's not like too matte, which is what I like, you know? With the title, with a description like soft matte. Yeah, it actually looks very, very nice. We'll have to see. I'm not using too much. I'm gonna build up a little bit of coverage. I've been wearing less and less foundation because I feel like if you know, my skin's been looking good. If you don't really need it, you shouldn't wear it, or you shouldn't feel like you have to. I think I like that. I actually really like it a lot. It is a teeny bit yellow, I would say. The color is pretty nice, and it might be a teeny bit light too, but the color is very, very nice. I love the formula. It's very pretty. I do have like a tiny bit of clinging happening around my nose. Just a tiny bit, like around dry skin. A little bit on my chin too, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that. On my chin, and then around my nose, it's clinging a little bit to dry skin, which is kind of annoying. But I really like the color. The color is really nice. I did buy this myself, just so you guys know. Okay, so I did some contouring just because, like, you don't need to see that, and I applied my concealer. So the next thing that I want to try is the new setting powder from Patrick Starr's brand. This is the translucent powder from One Size. Is it just One Size Beauty? And I'm gonna do something really bold. I'm gonna try to use this to set my under eyes, which I never do. I never use new powders, but we're gonna try it. So the only thing that I'm like not super wild about with this powder so far is, so it's got the like protective thing, and then you open it, and this is the opening right there is like where the powder comes out. And I don't like powders that I can't just like this is meant to make sure that it doesn't go all over the place, but I don't like a powder that I can't like shake and like get powder out, because then I feel like, how do I get it out of here? So I have to like tap it into the cap or something, you know? And then that happens. Like, I'm just not That's not my fave. I'm gonna apply a little bit more concealer. I used the one from Jouer before I set. I'm nervous about this. What do we think? It's a little dark and actually a little bit yellow for my taste. The finish is actually really nice though. Like it looks pretty smooth. Interesting. Very smooth. Maybe a little drying. Ooh, that's tough because it makes my under eyes look really, really smooth, which I like. Oh, I don't know. I'm on the fence. All right, I'm going to use that to set the rest of my face as well. So once again, I'm going to tap a little bit in the cap. I really hate that. And then what I'm going to do is apply that with the new One Size Beauty like puff. I don't ever use puffs. The first one I used was the Tati Beauty one. It's not so soft. It's a little bit rough. I'm like always confused about puffs. I'm also never really that into like fully matte. But I gotta say, I like the formula of this powder. It's like very blurring and soft looking. Yeah, not a fan of using a puff though. I'm looking pretty fucking smooth right now. You guys, I think I like that powder. I think I like it. All right, I threw down a little bit of bronzer. Now for blush, I'm gonna be using Shades from ColourPop, which I've had for a little while. I don't know what this collection is called, but it's got flowers and shit all over it. Super pretty, love the packaging. But I've had this for a little while and I just think, oof, it's so pretty and like peachy and it just like matches my background so perfectly. Anyway, this is just like the prettiest peach. Super like light formula, great for fair skin, especially if, you know, you have a warmer skin tone. So my new thing is just putting blush everywhere. Keeping it like high up, you know, like I like to do, but everywhere. I never know, like ColourPop comes out with so many fucking collections. I never know what they're called, when they launched, if they're still available. Like I have no idea. All right, let's do the fun stuff. So I know that you guys are probably really excited about this collection. This is the Raw Beauty Kristi ColourPop, speaking of ColourPop, at Forest Sight collection. Very cute. Looks like a little children's book sort of illustration, obviously, because she's like currently pregnant at the time of this recording. But it's just such a beautiful fall, earthy palette. These are the color palettes that bring me in, you know what I mean? I have my eyeshadow base on already. I used Urban Decay. What do I want to do here? I guess I'm going to incorporate as much as I possibly can because that's like what I do when I do these looks. I'm just trying to decide on a transition shade because I could go for yellow or I could go for this, which matches my background. So I'm going to start off with this color right here for my transition shade, which is called Old Growth. I do always love ColourPop's collections. Like I think they're always well done. They have a really nice graphics team, very creative in terms of packaging, and like the color's always nice. I think the performance is nice. In my opinion, they've kind of like become very dependent on coming out with like basically the same kind of product. It's like an eyeshadow palette, some eyeliners, some eyeshadow toppers, lip gloss. You know what I mean? It's always like the same thing, and they pump out products so rapid fire. It gives people a really hard time to even like be excited for a new collection. ColourPop has just become such a makeup factory. That isn't necessarily a bad thing, you know? I mean, they got a lot to choose from, which is nice for consumers, but just in from my point of view, it's a little overwhelming. It's very nice. I always love their products. I mean, for the most part. It's a beautiful color and it goes so nicely with my background. Okay, so I'm going to start transitioning into more like earthy tones by going in with Puffball next. Just kind of more of like a, I don't know, like a warm khaki color. I'm gonna really carve out this crease. Beautiful colors. Quickly, while I have you here, I do have a new channel that's gonna be going up. It's called Alex Talks, ALXTALX. And if you're interested, I will link it down below. I am going to have an intro video that is up, kind of like explaining what it is. The first like videos, like regular videos, are going to premiere at the beginning of the first week of December. I don't know what date yet. So using the MAC 239S brush, I'm gonna grab Emerald City. So this dark green right here. The colors just like in the pan look so rich and velvety. So I'm going to focus that on the tip of the brush, and I'm going to place that along the lash line. and kind of smoke that into a wing. Does anybody else feel like it's life or death when you're trying to get your wings even? I really like that color. So far, no fallout. Very nice. I'm going to go in with Fiddlehead, I guess. And I'm going to blend around Emerald City. I just kind of want to like smoke this a little bit. So I'm just kind of like going over the edges. Very pretty, very pretty. I'm just gonna use this little pencil brush type thing, and I'm gonna pick up PNW. Absolutely no idea what that stands for. If you could let me know, that'd be great. This color right here, it's kind of like a really deep teal, just really deepen up against the lash line. Love these layers. Do you see how red my ears are, by the way? So I just got these piercings, they're like really fresh. My ears are just like... All right, to finish off the lid, because I just can't get enough of this eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with Evergreen. Did I call this Evergreen? This is Fiddlehead. Did I say Evergreen? I can't remember now. Did I call that Evergreen? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with the sparkly green. I'm gonna apply that with my Sigma, what is this? E54. I'm gonna go all over the lid, keeping it soft, so kind of just like blending over, like up into the crease, just tapping it into the crease a little bit. And then same deal with that liner, just tapping it over a little bit. What do we think about this? Using that same brush, I'm gonna pick up West Coast, which is a little bit gold, and then diffuse it into that first shimmer. Virtually no fallout. Tiniest little bits over here. Nothing we can't get rid of. I'm going to start off my lower lash line by going into the waterline with it is a ColourPop. It's not from this collection, it's from a different collection, but this is the ColourPop Cream Gel Line, BFF Cream Gel Liner in Wildcat. It's kind of a sparkly like moss. I guess I'm going to go in with Fiddlehead first. On this little ColourPop, dude, I'm using a lot of fucking ColourPop shit. E28 brush. I'm gonna put that right underneath that liner, just because the colors complement each other really nicely. But I'm gonna keep it pretty tight, and like just here. Okay, so leaving the inner part open. Wiping off that brush and picking up PNW, that like dark teal, and I'm just gonna focus it on the very outer corner and kind of like connect it a little bit. Just like the tiniest amount, like that, just so that the colors look like they're blending and they're not just like kind of disconnected, you know? And then using this little Elaina Badro brush, just this little guy, I'm gonna pick up that gold, I guess, West Coast, pop it in the inner part here, blending just a little bit into that army green. And then just to like kind of connect, I'm gonna go back in with Old Growth, the first shade that we went in with, and blend under my eye bag. And I'm using the Sigma E27. Not even necessarily blending it into those shades. I'm just kind of like softly putting it like underneath that eye bag, just so there's like a tiny bit of that warmth from the top. I'm not super satisfied with the top that we have going on here, so I think I'm gonna grab Homegrown, this shade, which is, I don't know, kind of like a warm, almost a Merlot kind of brown. I'm going to intensify the line we had going on up here because it kind of disappeared. And I kind of want to just keep the definition like right in the center. Yeah, more like that, just so it like defines that crease a little bit more. All right, for highlighter, I'm gonna use this one from Tom Ford. So this is Mood Light 01. So it's got a couple different highlighters. So it's the highlighter and then, I don't know, kind of like a shimmer color, whatever. They're the same formula, but this is obviously more like rose toned a little bit. So I'm gonna sweep this a little bit onto my cheeks, and then I'm gonna use this to highlight the high points of my face. This is kind of a like drier formula, it seems. It's like very hard pressed. I don't know how well you guys can tell, but it's got that like pattern in it. and it feels very hard pressed, and I have to like kind of dig the brush into it to pick up product, which is a little bit annoying. It does have a little bit of like pale gold and peach to it. Again, not sure how well you can see it. It looks very peachy here though. Like really trying to build it up. I don't know if maybe like because I set my face with that Patrick Star powder, you know, like if this went on a little bit more of a satiny base, you know, if it would pick up a little bit more. But I do believe that these formulas are supposed to be like pretty natural. Yeah, it's just like very hard to make it show up. Where are you? You let me know what you think of this. Is it just very, very natural and I'm having a hard time seeing it? Because I do see a little bit of a glow there, but it's just very subtle. Actually, the more I build it up, the pinker it looks. Like when I put it down on my skin, I feel like I'm seeing more pink. Maybe I won't go in with the other one. I'm just gonna kind of like build this up into my blush. It builds up a little bit more pink. I don't know. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna set my face, and I'm going to use the Veil Soft Focus Setting Spray by Hourglass. I believe this one is new, or it's like a new formula or something. All right, I just did my brows. I really like that setting spray actually. I don't like, when I first put it down, it looked a little like it was gonna be a little too dewy, but it's nice. It's kind of like, I feel like it set my makeup, you know, set the powders. It brought a little bit of luminosity back, but my skin really just looks smooth. I think I'm really liking that combo of the setting spray and Patrick's powder. That Tom Ford highlighter is quite glow from within-y, you know? It's actually nice. It's coming together well, I like it. I wanna try a new mascara. Well, it's new to me. It's the, I don't know how to say this. Uoma? Anyway, this is the Drama Bomb Extreme Volume Nourishing Mascara. The packaging is super cool. It's like snakeskin almost, textured, and then I think it's got fibers in it, but this is the wand. It looks pretty nice. So we're gonna try it because I've been wanting to try it for a little while. It doesn't make a difference though because I'm gonna be putting falsies on, but let's just see. Oh dude, my nails have gotten so long, but like they got to the point where they're just like breaking off and I don't know what to do. Because I don't want to cut them, but they're like splitting and breaking and it's a mess. Well, I do like the wand, but like every mascara for me, as I'm applying it, I can just feel my lashes like straightening out, which is so irritating. Doesn't seem that bad though. It's kind of a nice thickening formula. I said this before, I just can't get excited about mascaras because my lashes will just fall down if it's not waterproof. I always get a lot of compliments on my lower lashes. The mascara that I use for them is always the Buxom Extrovert Extra Black Mascara. This was a collab with Ash K. Home on Instagram. She's a professional makeup artist. She's stunning, super cool, really talented, and she fucking nailed this mascara with them. So that's what I always use on my lower lash line. It just makes them so long. Okay, and then for falsies, I'm going to be using I Mean by Patrick Ta and House of Lashes. I guess while I'm waiting for that glue to get tacky, I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm just gonna line them real quick with Lime Crime Topist. These are Revlon tweezers and they suck. They're gigantic. Can't see anything I'm doing. Okay, while I'm waiting for that lash, I think I'm going to apply, so the lipstick, or the lip, whatever lip product. I feel like I should start that over. The lip product that I'm going to use is new from It Cosmetics. It's called the Pillow Lips Solid Serum. I feel like Wistful is it. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a serum stick, so it's supposed to be like super hydrating. It's like a very soft color, you know? And it feels creamy, but the color is pretty sheer. I don't know if I love it with this eye look. It's a little cool toned, but the product is stunning. Maybe I should add like a warmer lip liner. It's like a high shine lipstick, but like sheer, you know? It gave my color like a really pretty, It gave my lips a really pretty color. I'm gonna go in with a slightly warmer lip liner on the outer part and kind of blend into that just because it looks a little bit disconnected right now. And I'm gonna use Bite Beauty number 36 lip liner. I don't know if that really did anything, but whatever. All right, guys, that's it. This is the look. To recap, I really liked all the products that I tried. I'm pleasantly surprised by the Patrick Star powder. These Patrick Star lashes are a little bit big for me, but they're very pretty. I don't know if I would really wear them again. They're a little much, but I kind of liked everything. I think the Tom Ford foundation, I need to keep trying because, like I said, it was kind of like sticking in some like drier areas, which not down, especially for that much money. You know what I mean? Like, come on, get it. You got to be perfect. This lip product I absolutely love. It's so beautiful. Like, eyeshadow palette, very pretty. I'm kind of like, I don't want to be a dick. I'm kind of like, I've seen these colors before. I definitely have a ton of palettes that like have these colors. Seeing it in the palette, excuse me. And if you don't have a palette like that, I definitely recommend it because it is beautiful. I love the color combos, but I definitely like have other palettes that have them. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I've done this kind of a look so many times. I've seen these colors so many times. So yeah, the highlighter is very pretty. It kind of reminds me of a much, much softer version of the lightest shade in the Pat McGrath like trio highlight. It's kind of got that like peachy golden tone to it. But this is a lot more soft. Hers is a little more like beaming. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I like everything. What do you guys think? Do you have any of these products? Do you like these products? Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go now, probably. Fuck, I love this lip color though. This lip color is the one thing that I would be like, I think you should check it out. Really pretty. Love that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more like full face of new product type videos, let me know. I can always do them, provided I have a full face of new products. And check out my second channel if you're interested. I'll link it down below. Cool. I'm gonna go make a smoothie.